Today is day 4 and my dad is here to help. So it's the end of the day, I've already showered. I've been away from the boat for a few months and have a long list of things to fix and upgrades to install before I can begin sailing again. Back in May, my dad and I started my hydrovane install. After determining where I'd want the main bracket, I realized I would not be able to finish it due to my current davits in the way and not being able to cut the supporting stainless steel poles. In October, my dad asked if he could come down and help. After I was done being stubborn, I said yes. Morning, it's what day is it? 5? And I'm gonna continue working on the keel. It's supposed to rain the next 3 days, so we're trying to do a lot outside. And my dad is going to take my propane bucket out of its thing so we can put the bolts in for the support for the hydrovane. So this is gonna have to come out and that's gonna have to all get disconnected.
Left, right, left, and step by step we'll move until the dawn. Yeah, we keep marching on. We're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on. We keep marching on. Take steps to keep moving forward. Gotta push and blow the doors open. The future's ours, we see it, we know it. You can't stop the revolution, it's growing.
It is dead. I definitely should have ordered more batteries. I got 3/4 of the way done with the keel. I'm kidding, 2/3, no 1/3, not 3/4. While I'm waiting on the multi-tool battery to charge, I figured I would explain why I'm doing that to the keel. So I have a bolted in keel and I don't know, I'm pretty sure the bolts are original, but I'm not for sure. When I hauled out, there was some moisture coming out of the keel where the keel meets the hull. Last year when I was working on the bottom, I saw a lot of rust and such, and I tried to sand it down as deep as I could and patch it up. But this year I am taking off all of the caulking around the keel and going to reseal that, basically. I'm also going to tighten my bolts, and the yard doesn't have the right driver for my sockets, and so we're trying to find sockets that they have that match their drivers, and it's a process. We are moving on to the actual hydrovane install now. We got the huge propane thing out. So now we're measuring. We have these metal plates, backing plates that go on the inside, and then this bracket will go on the outside. So it's just a lot of holes, a lot of 5200. So the holes are drilled on here now. We're gonna mount it in this cubby, and we're going to 5200 both sides now and mount it. After using any caulking, put soap and water on your hands before smoothing it out to make cleanup a bit easier. We've made pretty significant progress this morning. My dad's been working on the hydrovane most of the morning, and I've been doing that and the keel. There is a lot of measurement, fitting different angles with that. Go shorten some of the bolts for the next bracket install, which is gonna go like right there-ish. And then 5200 that one in and that one in. That one's done. How's it going? I don't think you signed up for this. Do you want help before you roll off? The coupling took 2 days to be removed. To put it simply, it was a few fun days on the boat for everyone.
Maybe golf carts. That would be easy. I'm not gonna let my daughter buy a boat again.
Yeah.
I think an RV would be easier.
Not as fun. For the past few years, especially since moving aboard, I've been struggling to sleep. When I left the boat, I wasn't sleeping and it was affecting every single day. A lot of you commented that you've never seen me so stressed and so burnt out, and a lot of it had to do with the sleep quality I was getting. Sleep affects our general quality of life. Stress, productivity, our focus, energy, and our immune system, among many other things. All of these things are so important in our day-to-day life, but especially right now with the holiday season upon us. At night, especially after the boatyard, I like to settle down by editing some videos, and in the morning I wake up and I continue to edit. I personally don't have time to have a groggy morning, and I'm sure most of you don't either. I've tried so many things to help me sleep better. I don't like melatonin because I'm groggy in the morning. I've tried herbal teas that sometimes seem to help and sometimes don't. I started taking Beam a couple weeks ago and I have noticed the biggest difference in my sleep. I'm falling asleep quicker and staying asleep. And on top of all that, I'm feeling good in the morning. I love Beam because of the quality of their products. It's only 15 calories. It tastes like a hot chocolate. It's non-GMO, no added sugars, gluten-free, dairy-free, and all of that. I can't recommend it enough. I really am sleeping so much better than I have in years. Right now, Beam is having their biggest sale of the year with 50% off their products, no code needed. Click on this link or scan the QR code and go check out Beam and get 50% off of your purchase today. And don't take my word for it. Beam did a clinical study with their Dream supplement and 93% of participants reported better sleep. We're in the boat. It's day 6. There's a chance of rain for most of the day. There's some clouds building over there, so we're trying to get some projects knocked out of the way that we need dryness for. So my dad is getting the actual lights out. So I got some of the power out, but we need to get these off. So we've made progress over here. And he's gonna keep working on that, and I'm gonna go below the boat and try to sand as much of the bottom of the keel as I can before it starts raining.
Some bait could go right over there.
Sorry, we have music going up there, so I can't talk. So I just sanded the bottom of the keel, obviously. Well, half the keel, so they're gonna reblock me so I can do the other parts. I'm so gross. So I'm gonna go rinse off. This is what boatyard's about. You just feel gross all the time. And you walk through mud, back and forth to the bathrooms and showers. It's sunny. We have a few rainstorms coming through today, so we picked good projects for today. My dad is probably 40% done with getting the old underwater lights out. I'm replacing them with Lumitech. I don't think I've said that, so that's why we're doing that. Our underwater lights are out. How's it going?
Not being paid enough still.
You heard him, YouTube. We're gonna start installing the hydrovan up here. We reinstalled the shaft to confirm the length of the supporting arms before taking them to the welding shop to be cut. So the Hydrovane install is finished, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the install portion, and I'll show you how to work it once I learn how to work it all the way. It's mostly done. The brackets took most of the time figuring out where exactly to put them and how long they needed to be. That was one of the biggest holdups with the install, was like from back in May, was waiting till I had someone to cut my stainless steel for me, and they do that here in the yard, so that worked out perfect. The rudder was super easy to put on. It's just a little pin that you see sticking out. There are bearings inside each of these brackets. This is all locked right now because of this pin, but that moves the rudder. So this is the counterweight right here. The pin is out up here, and then I have to put the red strap on here. I'll do that before I actually start sailing so it doesn't get worn out in the yard in the sun. And I still have to add the little steering for this. That's it. It was pretty simple. I'm super happy I had my dad here to help me. Mako, what you eating? Papaya?
Okay, go ahead.
It's day 7 and it's the second day of rain. It's going to be raining for tomorrow for sure again. So we're dodging rain and trying to do inside projects today.
Ready?
It's a freaking lake. My boards are drifting away.
Look at this water coming down.
So it
You
keeps...
know what? I'm going to take my shoes off on the mat.
You can do that. We're getting like... It's been rain, sun, so I've been trying to kind of plan the projects. Like this one, we're under the boat and inside, and not having to do 5200 on all the new lights and do the bottom of the keel. So it does put setbacks on other things, but I think I planned it decent for this.
Oh yeah, we can do this on a rainy day. This works great. We can work under the boat. Does it really smell? Making a difference?
Yeah.
So when we go back in, see the notches?
Yeah. That took like 5 minutes. Now I get to go buy the new one. Rain in the yard is not fun. It's always nice when things work once in a while.
Yeah.
Marching on, I take my breath until there's nothing left. We're staying strong. I will keep marching on. I will keep marching on. I will keep marching.
Okay, so we're going to go to Ace Harbor.
Yeah.
Eat, structure shore.
Yeah.
Come back.
It's back in. That was not hard at all. It was pretty simple, at least the actual coupling part, or the bearing, cutlass bearing part. We got a rental car because we're gonna take you on a little tour around the island in the next episode. But we're also gonna go over to Ace Hardware and stuff like that, especially because it's raining. And then we'll tackle the shaft seal after lunch. We stopped on the side of the road to get some lunch. Whenever I go on this road, there's always a stand here with food, so I'm excited to finally try it. There's actually lots of different types of food here in Grenada, so it's really nice, but it's still...
Like the heat from the sun, I never stop, the change gonna come. Stay in the fight till the battle is won. Left, try left, and step by step.
This is sanded on the inside somewhat. We have the shaft seal, and so now we have to put this coupling on the shaft, and it's the worst part of all of this.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Lauren, you said this is the hardest part, and it's already on. It took like 8 seconds. Now, I may have to push it down just a little
We did
bit.
not apply heat the last time I took this off. We spent at least 16 hours, Brian and I did, no heat. And the guy that took it off has been banging and applying heat. So it may be really hard for us to tighten now, but it's... My dad got the first part of the coupling on with no problem, but then we spent about 45 minutes trying to get the rest on before he decided to take it back off. I sanded it some more, applied soap, and it slipped on in seconds. He put the set screw in, slid the key in, and I reattached it to the transmission before we set the collar in place. I just put the thing back on the transmission. And now we're putting the screws into the collar, and we're putting the glue in there, and then we're going to leverage like that to shove it all back. My GoPro's dead, so sorry, but that's what we're doing, and shaft seal will be done tonight for good. It's day 7, and I think we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sticky notes done. And we're done. Sun is set.